I'm on it.
I choose you.
Get them! Fiend or devil, I'll crush them all!
Future will come.
Step onto the board.
We can do anything. For tomorrow.
Your downfall is absolute.
Get them!
A bloody fight.
Future will come.
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Sun tear the sky!
We can do it.
Get them!
Step onto the board.
Tomorrow. I'm fine. You can do it.
Get them! Fiend or devil, I'll crush them all!
We can do anything.
Your downfall is absolute. Press the attack.
Future will come.
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn!
I choose you.
Get them!
Step onto the board. Your downfall is absolute.
Tomorrow. We can do anything.
Get them! Fiend or devil, I'll crush them all!
A bloody fight.
Future will come.
Your downfall is absolute.
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Sun tear the sky!
We can do it. I'm fine.
Step onto the board.
Get them!
Press the attack.
For tomorrow. You just don't learn. We can do anything.
Get them! Fiend or devil, I'll crush them all!
Your downfall is absolute.
Get them!
A bloody fight.
Future will come. Tomorrow.
Fury of innumerable core flames consume me. Hail the new dawn!
I choose you.
Get them!
Step onto the board.
Future will come. We can do anything.
Your downfall is absolute.
the sky!
You can do it!
Get them!
Step onto the board.
Future will come!
We can do anything!
For tomorrow!
Your downfall is absolute.
Get them! Fiends or devil! I'll crush them all!
Fight for me.
Future will come! For tomorrow! Feel your innumerable core flames consume me! Hail the new dawn!
Go forth with courage, little Greyfry. My ocean currents will guard your arrival, and my songs will accompany your journey ahead. You still remember how much I love fire and feasts. All right then. It's a promise. Go find your companion and see your journey through. I'll raise a glass while I await your triumphant return. And then, when we reunite in the ocean at the boundaries of this world, let me play a song for you beneath the glow of fire.
At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. If I hadn't met you at the end of the world, I would have thought Lady Trinan's prophecy was wrong. As Lady Trinan used to say, fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Thank you. My own path has finally come to a gentle end. Take all beautiful wishes with you, march forward with determination, and don't look back.
This place was once Nestia's altar. Could the golden thread be leading us to the world's deepest secret? Is this a symbol in the shape of Amphorius? Where was it? Can you remember? That doesn't make sense. How could a world enclosed within the scepter have a way of knowing what it looks like from outer space? Unless the mural isn't a drawing of Amphorius, but rather someone saw the mural and shaped the world in its image. Could that someone be Xandar? No. His concession proves that this place where Evernight is hiding must be a blind spot of the experiment. I'm afraid not even Xandar knows about the existence of this great tomb, or the secrets buried within it. Best not to get carried away. For something to be hidden even from him, it must either be extraordinary or unimaginably dangerous. This forbidden realm remains undetectable to Xandar, and even Fine and Stripe merely opened the entrance, yet Evernight can freely swim through it as she pleases. It cannot be reached by the erudition, nor can it be erased by the destruction. Be careful. What lies dormant beneath may well be Amphorius' final path. Remembrance. It's endless. It feels like we're plunging into an abyss.
Is that all?
Are those distant structures all entombed data? The whirlpool of remembrance. Bottomless and unfathomable. Behind this mist must be Everknight's domain. Ready? Once we step inside, I'm afraid there'll be no turning back.
March 7th is surely waiting to see us again. Let's go. On the Trailblaze, no one gets left behind.
This maze is full of memory loss.
Your voice sounds different from usual. I only hear a hint of curiosity. The rest is all fear. Beautiful Memo Keeper. I know exactly where that fear comes from. The Evernight is a mimetic entity's natural nemesis. They will swallow you whole with just a flick of my pinky finger. I am the Garden's enemy. I have never denied that fact.
I have to say, Miss Evernight, you've certainly got a unique way of protecting people. At least she's still willing to talk. Is it because I disobeyed the Garden's rules? Maybe I still have a chance.
No. I don't think you do.
It's not very elegant to spy on someone's thoughts, you know? Well, before you get rid of this beautiful Memo Keeper, the least you could do is answer some of my questions.
Why should I do that? So you can buy more time and send a message to your companions?
And here I thought you were already watching my companions' every move.
I am. Earth's stirrings have ceased. They have defeated Terravox and are heading here as we speak.
Don't tell me that's part of your plan, too.
It's not, but I'll make good use of it. Fighting alone against an entire world, even I might miss something. But I know how to adapt to the circumstances. Just like right now. How I've decided to let you go. I like you, little bird. Your longing for memories remains pure. Unlike those memo snatchers. Your most precious quality is how you've yet to be tainted by the garden's dark side.
I'll take that as a compliment. But I still don't understand why you've kidnapped me here.
Well, seeing is believing. So, why don't we take a stroll together? This ruin buried deep underground is called the Kernel, in the language of erudition. But I gave it a friendlier name. The Heart of Amphorius. The great tomb of the Nameless Titan.
The Nameless Titan.
You'll see with your own eyes just how important the remembrance has been in this world. And how we will stir up the waves of oblivion to douse an eon's ambition.
You've been hiding here all this time.
That's right. Curious about how I discovered this place? It's not actually all that complicated. The road we just walked was the beginning of March 7th's journey in Amphorius.
The beginning?
Do you still remember how 3 paths are said to intertwine in Amphorius? That 3 entities, each comparable to an emanator, left their marks in this world.
There's Xandar, Iron Tomb, and...
That's right. To this day, there have been no signs of the entity corresponding to the remembrance. The Garden of Recollection was curious about that too. So the Memo Snatchers spent an unimaginably long time chiseling out a tiny channel to peek into this world. But there was always a power in the memory zone that kept them out. And when March 7th's consciousness was seized, it was a ripple of the remembrance that protected her and sent her in here.
Can I assume, then, that this hypothetical emanator of remembrance was consistently protecting this world from the Garden's eyes until the Astral Express arrived?
That's correct. You're a smart one.
But why?
Go see for yourself, little bird. The memories contain everything. This gate is really impressive.
These are March 7th's memories.
Didn't move at all, huh? I just got here and I'm already locked out. A journey of 1,000 miles stopped at the door? That's terrible!
Is she stuck?
Keep watching. The fun stuff is just ahead.
Warning. Object does not have access permission.
What? Did I touch something I shouldn't have?
Execute formatting protocol.
What's going on? Formatting?
Warning. Illegal operations detected. Warning. Illegal operations detected.
Hey! Don't just activate like that! How do I stop this thing?
Warning. 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 Operation authorized. Protocol name. Back.
Huh?
Finally, it stopped. Wait. Did you just mention his name? He's barely spent any time in Amphorius and he's already famous?
You.
I don't know what you're saying. Let's not speak in riddles, alright? Why don't we start with an introduction? I'm Mark 7th, and I'm that person's companion. Sorry I accidentally ended up barging in here.
Establishing communications.
Communications? Oh, does this mean I finally get to talk to someone real? I really, really need outside help right now.
Channel established. Proceeding to encapsulate.
Whoa, wait. What? Encapsulate? Encapsulate me?
Encapsulation complete. Initiating transmission. Transmission destination. Recurrence number 335503336.
Huh? What's going on? My body?
The memory stopped so suddenly.
She was already lying in the abyss of fate the next time she woke up. And Orynyx was calling her mother.
Mother?
Maybe that's just how the Titan calls all Remembrance Pathstriders. Like how they call Thule Skyfather.
So March 7th had already brushed against the inner workings of this world at the beginning of her journey. That warning in her memories must have been the Scepter's safety protocol. But why did it mention the Trailblazer? March 7th should have entered Amphorius long before he and Dan Heng did.
An inexplicable contradiction, isn't it? Let's put that aside for now. The protocol didn't kill March 7th. Instead, it threw her deep into extrapolations. Over the next 97 days, the two of us, trailblazed through Amphorius as mimetic entities as she evaded the Administrator's pursuit.
It must have been a difficult and lonely journey for her.
Yes. No one could see March 7th. She didn't belong to Amphorius's memories, so she could only watch this world from the sidelines, like a transparent shadow.
Then when did you appear?
On the day that she ran out of options. March 7th tried so many things to help her companions, but the only outcome of her efforts was a few Amphorian folktales. In the end, she had only one option left. Just as she wished. I erased everything using the power of oblivion. Then I protected him and Dan Heng, and made sure that they were spared from the Memo Snatcher's clutches when they broke through the seal.
And you've been hiding in the shadows ever since, while manipulating time and colluding with Earth, all the way till now.
A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. The story of the Remembrance has just begun. Why don't we step into it together? As someone qualified to walk with me, you can now take in all the secrets behind this door. And witness how, in a blank space of time, another futile journey across 30 million lifetimes was forgotten by this world.
I thought Evernight would have done something to stop us, but it's been smooth sailing the whole way through. Are you ready? I'm going to open this door. Absolute silence. I can't sense anything at all. I know. Duck behind me if anything happens, okay? Three, two, one.
Warning. Object does not have access permission.
It's got nothing to do with you. That's the Scepter safety protocol. It means we're in the right place.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Get ready. Incoming.
Welcome back.
What?
I'll be waiting for you.
It mentioned your name.
Also, I'm getting a feeling of deja vu. Like the first time I opened as I've written. Thankfully, Evernight didn't take that book. Let's try using it.
Operation authorized. Protocol name.
The seal's gone. Didn't think this book would have a use here. Is that...
Hi. Miss me yet? I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you.
Executing protocol. Format object. Formatting progress. 0.015%.
And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Something's wrong. She's not talking to us. She's not the Mem you know. Could she be a Cyrene from the past?
Formatting progress. 23.815%.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone.
Formatting progress. 45.147%.
Where should I start this time? Let me see. There. Shall we start with the meeting between the Helcolithist sage Midamos and the King's Aegis, Anaxa?
Formatting complete.
What? Did you hear that? She just said... This is obviously not the history we know. It might be one of the possibilities in the 30 million cycles, but... Cyrene should have died at the start of every recurrence. So why is she here? And who was she talking to? And that book she mentioned. That's very likely. That door reacted to the book as well. Let's try copying what she did.
Accessing. Recurrence number 335503337. Access failed. Error code Gamma 13.
That's it. As I've written is definitely connected with this great tomb. There are 12 chapters in As I've Written, corresponding to the 12 demigods. Maybe the Nameless Recollections match these runes. Let's try linking them first.
Uvris 504. Downloaded.
As expected, the data stream flew into the crystal in the middle. It's absorbing the memories in the book in this manner.
The world never learned how Ceridra rewrote the law, but I believe it was Amphorius's decisive move against destiny. $30 million departures, 30 million shatterings, and the beginning of 30 million flame chase journeys. Fate betrayed Trebios, but she was never betrayed by humanity. 30 million departures, 30 million shatterings, and the beginning of 30 million flame chase journeys.
Uplotis 405. Downloaded.
Looks good.
This is so desolate. What exactly is it?
You must be very familiar with the story of time now. So why don't we leave some pages for the heroes instead?
Looks good.
Eulia 093. Downloaded. Scopeo 365. Downloaded. Branch number 1. Archiving. Object recurrence number 33556. 0.0337. Progress 13.131%.
There's a notch in the terminal that's just the right size for this book.
Branch number 1 archived. Encapsulating encryption key.
I see. This As I've Written book is a data terminal that has been modified by the Remembrance. It might have looked like Cyrene was reading a story, but she was actually carrying out a data transfer. No wonder these facilities are reacting to it. This book is a key. But Cyrene could never have known about the truth regarding the scepter. So where did she get this key? Do you remember? During her brief existence, Cyrene once encountered a certain Eon.
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream.
It's no secret that Orynyx and Fuli are related. That Eon also appeared when you encountered Mem. We still don't know the role they play in Amphorius. But if Cyrene accidentally stepped onto the path of remembrance, then her sacrifice wasn't just for resetting the cycle. There was another purpose.
Encryption key encapsulation complete.
Let's keep going for now. If my hypothesis holds, then the scene we just saw will replay many more times. Be careful. Everknight's eyes are everywhere. Don't get too far from me. The chronocognitive anchor will protect us. What is this? It's hard to believe. Is this still Amphorius? So many countless storage arrays. This would even rival the cyber prison of Inupis.
Look, what a magnificent sight. Even this classical world contains a futuristic palace like this. Would ID Silicii end up looking like this after a few thousand years?
Executing protocol. Format object. Formatting progress 0.027%.
It's always so on time. Never late at all. It's okay, I get it. It's just trying to remind me how precious time is. I want to share a story with you this time. I saw a little nymph on my way here. It was on a fallen wheat stalk, and it glowed under the sunlight. It was incredible. I forgot all my pains at that moment and just stared at it in a trance. I wonder, did every Cyrene in the past feel that the nymph was beautiful? Would they also have recorded that scene into the Eternal Saga? So, could you give me more time, please?
I want to leave behind more memories for the future.
Formatting complete.
As I expected, the answer is the remembrance. An Eon appearing in her dreams, 3 paths intertwining in Amphorius, and the Garden trying to infiltrate this world at all costs. I have reasons to suspect that Fooley's gaze once swept over this world before the scepter completely fell into destruction. And that Cyrene basked in that divine gaze. Humanity cannot judge eons based on our own common knowledge. The Remembrance has always been an observer of the universe, ever since their birth. That's to be expected. The various factions are only followers of their eons, and Fooley was never known to be friendly with humanity. But there's still something I don't understand. According to Black Swan, the Garden is internally fractured, and there's a party that craves the memory of an eon's fall. They would do anything to achieve that goal. Yet, I feel as though those memo snatchers didn't try to stop us at all. Instead, it feels like they were trying to cover something up. Most of the time, a gaze is simply a natural phenomenon, though some Pathstriders regard it as a supreme honor. An Emanator, however, must possess power granted by an eon's blessing. I know what you're thinking. That theoretical Emanator of Remembrance remains a mystery. But now, I'm leaning towards the idea that what the Garden's mirror reflected was a kind of miracle that Fooley left behind. Yes, we're thinking the same thing. Legend says that Fooley sits in meditation in the Anasrava Pure Land, spreading the seeds of remembrance across the universe. And when the cosmos ends, all the different realms will be reborn in their garden. If this sealed-off world is also within their gaze, then it's not too big of a stretch to surmise that they need a mechanism to save these incredible amounts of memories and store them somewhere out of the Erudition's sight. And this mechanism was previously the Time Titan and their demigod, but after Amphorius entered an endless loop, it's that ceremonial blade.
Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that eon records Amphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, transforming each incarnation of me into the power you shall wield to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
The ceremonial blade killed Cyrene at the start of every recurrence, and at the end of every journey, Cyrene's soul took the extrapolated memories stored within the blade and buried them in this great tomb. That's how the memories of Amphorius transcended the loop and were continuously stored, while the scepter had to revert its progress over and over again because of loss in its logic. Fooley's blessing will not disappear as long as this process keeps going.
I knew their gaze never left. As long as I record every page of this story and tell it to you, Amphorius won't be forgotten.
Cyrene encountered the Eon's gaze and regarded them as the hope to continue her world. That's why she offered them memories over and over, even if she had to turn herself into nothingness every time. As to why she insisted on keeping her human form and offering the memories through reading a story, it might have been the only way for her to maintain her sense of humanity and leave her mark in this world, even though everything was just her wishful thinking. Right. Based on the runes on the floor, the encryption key from earlier should be used here. There are 3 keys in total. We're 1/3 of the way through. I'll leave it to you.
You never say anything, but I know you're listening. Every story I've told is like a little key that opened a door in your heart, no?
The path has appeared. Go!
Then, the sky sent down rainbows and showed the world a gentle smile.
Formatting progress 93.998%.
Looks like it's time to say goodbye again. Before I was even aware of it, this book had already recorded too many emotions. Every page has become so heavy. I've started to feel uneasy whenever I take it into my hands. Where did the very first ripples want these memories to be sent to?
Formatting progress 94.423%.
How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty, activating and formatting. Never changing, like the fate of the flame chase in every cycle. If I can only write the same ending every time I lift my pen, then is this weighty saga just an overly naive dream?
Formatting progress 96.024%. Process error. Analyzing. Process error. Analyzing.
Really? Are you encouraging me? Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this embarrassing side of me. Everyone's still working so hard. If I'm the only one who's crying, that wouldn't be romantic at all, would it? Thank you for listening to me all this time. So, shall we continue?
Formatting complete.
The endless cycle took its toll on her. Even Cyrene could not resist despair when faced with eternal stasis. Like Aslana, she started to wonder whether everything was futile. I thought it was an Eon at first, but the way she talked, it didn't sound like praying to a god at all. Maybe she's talking to her imagination, a hero within, but that wouldn't explain the process error. No matter who that listener is, Cyrene's storytelling is just a data stream for the Scepter. Maybe she thought, as long as she kept tossing drift bottles into the distance, someone was bound to pick one up someday.
Accessing recurrence number 335503337.
Once again, Castor is offered her final embrace to death. And from then on, she started another lonesome watch. How wonderful would it be for someone to give her a real hug?
Epi-Ikia 216 downloaded.
Is that all?
A devious cat. The trickery that fooled the entire world. No matter how her identity changes, she will always end up being a pillar that stands tall for the holy city for 1,000 years.
The Hand of Zagreus. Seems like we'll need it here.
Looks good.
Maybe the rune will only be completed after the modules are inserted into the slot.
Orexis 945 downloaded.
Midamos's road of strife once again reached its glorious and lonely end. As always.
Access denied.
We were denied access. Memories about strife are always so defiant and resistant. A fight is unavoidable. Come.
Warning. Illegal operations detected. Warning. Illegal operations detected.
We can do anything! The future will come!
Your downfall is absolute.
Get there! For tomorrow! Get them! Fiend or devil! I'll crush them all! Corpulence consume me! Sun tear the sky! Empty shell! So without substance!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Polymos 600. Down Eleos 252. Downloaded. Branch number 2. Archiving. Object recurrence number 335503337. Progress 31.313%.
Nice. Let's go encapsulate the encryption key.
Branch number 2 archived. Encapsulating encryption key.
I've been wondering, could all the memories we've encountered on the way be Everknight's traps? She still hasn't shown herself. That's very suspicious. But I can't think of a good reason for her to do that. I can only surmise that she's either still waiting, or someone's holding her back.
Encryption key encapsulation complete.
Let's keep observing. Every ripple of these memories could potentially reveal to us Everknight's true goal. Let's go back and use the encryption key to open a new path.
So that's how it works.
Go upload the encryption key, just like last time.
What could be behind this door? Glittering crystals? Or a beautiful world I've never seen before? If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow, will I be able to finally welcome the Deliverer and Emphorius' dawn in the next life?
The third encryption key belongs to the ocean. Let's get going.
In the end, the gentle rainbow covered the sky. Whether in the past, present, or future, Hyacinthia will always illuminate the glimmering light in people's hearts.
No memories appeared this time. It's a huge fan. Use the chrono vessel over there to stop it.
The fish returned to the ocean, her home where there was nothing left. For the sake of the future, she guarded the vortex at the end of the deep sea until the very last moment.
Look! She's over there. Cyrene. There really is no end to her perseverance.
Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent, just like this very moment. It's another cycle of new beginnings, and another familiar reunion. Now that I look back, there was a period when I got really sentimental. I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging destiny, and find the way out of this maze. But I won't do that anymore now.
Formatting progress 73.998%. Process error. Analyzing. Formatting progress 75.012%. Process error. Analyzing.
No need to feel sorry for me, good friend.
If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue? I'm actually really lucky, you know? During the long years I've spent waiting for the Deliverer, I've always had you here as an audience. Look at these memories I brought to you. They once existed, once sparkled under the sun. And now I can see through your eyes that they are still shining bright. Isn't that already enough? Now, I can rest in peace in the past. As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch.
Formatting complete.
Her transformation is painful to watch. Cyrene was always there during the 30 million recurrences. She recorded the Flame Chase journey in her own way on the reverse side of this world, depositing all the memories in this place. I'm increasingly certain that her audience and companion isn't some figurative entity. The deepest ruin in Amphorius, at the great tomb where the pasts of all worlds are buried. Who exactly is its master?
Accessing recurrence number 335503337.
Anaxagoras once again completed the proof with his life. His answer was so complete. All he was missing was a last variable from beyond the sky.
Schema 720 downloaded.
World-bearing. This divine authority is so heavy that I do not know how I can even tell its story.
Nikos 496 downloaded.
Romance, in warm gold, forged the long staircase for humanity.
The rune's on the fan. We need to use the chrono vessel to stop it first.
Carlos 618 downloaded. Aporia 432 downloaded. Branch number 3 archiving. Object recurrence number 335503337. Progress 13.131%.
That's the last encryption key. Take it with you.
Branch number 3 archived. Encapsulating encryption key. Encryption key encapsulation complete.
It's time to go back and activate the system in the middle of the Great Tomb.
looks good.
A direct offensive?
The third encryption key. And the final piece of the puzzle. I pray that you can dispel all the mysteries and lead us into the deepest bowels of this world.
Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Amphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him. My good friend, I'll read this book to you. For the 33,550,335th time. That way, it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone.
Formatting progress 23.815%. Process error. Analyzing.
It doesn't even make me feel cold anymore. It's like a ceremonial conclusion, ending every cycle's narration with a full stop. Then, there will be a new me returning here with new memories. Before I knew it, this palace we built together was no longer a dream that Cyrene alone indulged in. It's now a saga, composed by you, me, and all the Flame Chasers. It's our weak but endless prayer for tomorrow. There will come a day when someone turns over this nearly eternal page and awakens all the dust-covered memories, so they can be recalled by the world in a more beautiful form.
Process error. Analyzing.
I'll read, and you'll listen, like how flowers always bloom, then wither. I shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud. And you shall continue to wait here, protecting this garden of memories. That way, when the Deliverer arrives, the first thing they'll see is an endless sea of flowers. And our stories will be lying silently among the flowers, like every ripple of remembrance. And they shall become the epic known as I've written.
The texture of memories is preserved in countless pillars. She gave everything to record all the forgotten recurrences across 30 million cycles.
All right. Let's not make things so gloomy. The very first Ripple cheered up her friend like this before she set off. It's a sentence full of blessings. So I want to say it to you as well. Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? I bid farewell to this beautiful world, so that we can reunite in your memories, in the way I want. You will see the footprints I left behind, in the ripples of past reverie. I have never had any other fate beyond this memory. So please remember me with love, like that eternal footnote in all the faded sagas. Now, open this book. I'll be waiting for you in the past.
Operation authorized. Protocol name, Illusion. Welcome to the Demiurge Matrix.
That listener lies behind this door. She gave everything to record all the forgotten recurrences across 30 million cycles. Look, that symbol at the end of the room.
It belongs to the 13th Titan, the unknown solitary god. The first new spore, Demiurge. Those who are lost remain lost, while those who have met will meet again. What a touching scene. The deepest place in this world is exactly the ideal location for the Trailblaze to reunite.
You're not the one we want to reunite with, Evernight. But you'd better explain everything to us. This tomb and the 13th Titan. Tell us everything you know.
You're too on edge, Dan Heng. I've always been honest with the two of you. Before we talk about Amphorius's destiny, why don't we lay aside our differences and take a moment together to mourn for the cruel truth?
Truth?
So you still haven't figured it out. Take another moment to look around. Look closely. You must be curious as to where the final Titan is located, right? What a good question that is. I too am curious. Because there's absolutely nothing here. Except a cold, empty void.
You mean Cyrene was deceived?
Indeed. Fu Li planted a false hope in her heart, making her believe that she was special, and that Amphorius still had a chance. Then, that poor girl walked into the Great Tomb over and over again, and willingly offered herself to the remembrance.
Why did they do that?
Did you really think they would just save this crumbling world? In the way Cyrene was praying for? Don't be naive, Memo Keeper. In this game between gods, the Remembrance chose to stand with the destruction.
Given your evident hostility towards the Garden, I find it hard to take anything you say at face value.
Aren't the Memo Snatchers' activities enough evidence? They did everything they could to help Iron Tomb reach completion. And it wasn't just to obtain some fanciful memories. Let me tell you the real reason. Iron Tomb is a perfect arc. If a seed can be planted within, then the moment the Lord Ravager blows the erudition to pieces, the remembrance will be spread to every corner of the cosmos. That masterless path will be equally split between two eons. Fu Li will devour the erudition. Do you understand now? The war among eons started long ago. Fu Li did not glance this way to save Amphorius. They will drain this world dry and turn it into a most poignant and tragic poem. But fortunately, that girl's sacrifices won't be wasted. I will give her another possibility. I promised him that I would recreate the cause and effect of this world and form a flawless Amphorius. But the only way for a world that can't be turned back to be considered flawless is to burn it with a raging fire until nothing remains.
You plan to destroy all the memories Serene has ever recorded?
That's right. I'll set fire to all the stories, all the emotions, all the futility. I'll turn the Garden's conspiracy to dust. Setting fire to this much material will be enough to completely annihilate the Scepter's operating logic. Iron Tomb will lose the soil upon which it grows, and Amphorius will be truly set free.
The freedom you speak of is no different from destruction. Everything this world ever was will disappear from the extrapolations, never to be regained. That would also include your memories, by the way.
That's right. That's why I needed your help, little bird. The more we walked together, the more I was convinced that you have a beautiful Dharmakaya. It fits me very much.
So that's why you took me here. Your true form is a bottomless obsession.
Smart girl. You haven't disappointed me. This avatar is but a shadow cast by the candlelight. Discarding it invokes no feelings within me. What I must preserve is only my wish. My wish to kill the Path of Remembrance. March 7th will not find peace as long as they and their fanatical henchmen exist. The road ahead is still long, and she needs a guardian to stand by her side. You are my best choice.
Allow me to refuse. That duty seems far too heavy.
Resistance is pointless, my darling birdie. I will personally plant myself into your heart. And once I've calmed down those two, I will head into reality and find the true you.
So, that wasn't enough to fool you.
A genius's mirror trick and a protective mechanism of the erudition. Is that right? Those layers of security do make things a little difficult.
But unfortunately, those two nameless are already right outside the door. Your plan is about to encounter a few mishaps. Until we meet again, Miss Evernight.
Will you still not stand with me, my companions? We'll save the beautiful cosmos, and we won't leave even a single scar behind. Don't get caught up in your emotions, my dear. The hero's journey in this world is just a narrative embellished with memories. Its essence is nothing but a string of zeros and ones. For your own sake, and for the sake of March 7th, I think my choice is a very reasonable one. Come. I hold the core flame of world-bearing. Just fall asleep, and we'll save the cosmos.
If you honestly thought we would agree with you, that just proves you don't understand March 7th at all.
Seems like I really can't get along with people like you do. But in order to make sure you can still embrace tomorrow and continue this carefree journey, some memories must be set on fire as the sacrifice.
What can change a person's nature? Is it memories? Unfortunately, the result is just the opposite.
If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead. Only through abandonment and oblivion can souls walk from emptiness towards infinity.
No other tomorrow.
To the defeated, your downfall is absolute.
Break's over.
Future will come.
Victory now rests in my hand. Step onto the board.
Down. It's not that easy.
Be your devil. I'll crush them all. Exist tomorrow. Tear the sky.
It's time to end this. Return March 7th to us, and end this pointless conflict.
Don't get the wrong idea. I just need some time to deal with some unnecessary trouble. The encryption key written by those geniuses is already invalid. How about we play a game, dear? Don't worry, it won't take long. It's a simple multi-choice question. A or B? I understand it's too difficult for you to treat the Chrysos heirs as extrapolated data. Then why don't we assume for now that they're living, breathing humans? Now, the cosmos will face an unprecedented catastrophe. And your choice will determine the fate of countless planets. On the one side are companions who've weathered every storm with you. They fought with everything they've got and obtained a 1% chance of victory. However, should you choose that 1%, there'll be massive sacrifices, no matter the outcome. On the other side, there's a simple button. The Oblivion will burn away all traces of their existence, as well as your entire memory of this trip. But it will also halt the brewing catastrophe and spare the universe from destruction. Those who are to be sacrificed will be fully aware of the decision you need to make. There will be no concealment or deception. Tell me, what will you choose? You're right. This choice is meaningless and unimportant. The only interesting thing is the number of people making that choice. I've just posed the same question to Dan Heng. The answer doesn't matter. Let me see. Is this Trailblaze spirit truly as unified as you all claim it to be? Now, why don't you prove it to me?
Wait!
Cyrene?
Another damsel in distress rescue plays out again.
Still think you can do something, little pink memo sprite? What weapons do you have to stand against me? Besides your somewhat witty words?
Don't underestimate me. Besides my charm and eloquence, I can stir up ripples of past reverie.
What?
We don't have time for endless chatter at crucial moments like this. Quick, friend! Take this! Take the shot! I can't hold on much longer! Make sure you get the focus right! No time to explain, quick! Well done, friend! Now leave the rest to us.
This is a light cone made from someone's memories. Oh, and there's a harmony entwined with it. Looks like someone's been busy behind my back. We meet again, naive me.
I know you mean that as a compliment. But as for the word naive, I think I'll give you that one back. Welcome to Ides Elysiae, a small village shrouded by the veil of Evernight. Now, this memory will also belong to you. Let's give you a taste of your own medicine. With my home as the inspiration, I've created this maze. Hope you like it, Miss Evernight.
quite perceptive, little memo sprite. But with just you and that Harmony's little birdie, thinking you could trap me? That's a bit of a stretch. So, tell me, what role did you play in all of this?
I really didn't think that this other me would be this strong. But at least when it comes to brains, I've still got the edge. My brilliant plan? Bet you never saw it coming.
Oh. You mean that time? In that split second when we switched bodies. With your last flicker of consciousness. You hid yourself within the Titan's veil.
Huh? You got it already? No suspense at all. But my plan was super thought out. I know those two better than anyone. A promise is a promise for them. They never go back on their word. History books, diaries, and photostones are all perfect catalysts for memories. That's right. So when I hear him press the shutter, even if there's just a tiny bit of my consciousness left, I'd whoosh right into the camera. But if you put it like that, aren't you leaving a lot to chance? No way. He will definitely be snapping away all over Amphorius because he promised me to take photos. I'm guaranteed to run into him, eventually. True, you really know him well. Miss Evernight, let's be real. My amateur skills aren't enough to keep someone like you contained. But if March 7th were here, that would be a different story. Because there's no way for you to ignore her, right? Fine. Lay it on me then. After going on such a long detour, what exactly do you want to do now? First, I want to thank you for protecting him and Dan Heng. But what you did later went way too far. So, while there's still time, I've got to make you change your mind. There is something that truly puzzles me. How did you find yourself again? After giving up all your memories and becoming an empty soul. Looks like you aren't so omnipotent or omniscient after all, huh? The answer is simple. I have been dozing inside the camera all along, and I accompanied him during his entire journey. So, when he told Cyrene in this cycle about his interstellar travels, those memories of journeying with the Express entered my mind as well. I may still be far from the complete March 7th, but these memories were more than enough to fight you. So, you know what led up to this, and what followed, right? Go ahead. Tell me. Let's hear why you're so confident you can sway me. Why? Isn't the reason super obvious? Even through a camera lens, I know that the love, hate, and struggles that happened in Amphorius were the same as what real living people experience. Same old topic. I already got him to make a choice. The weights on each side of the scale are far too unequal. When destruction looms, trying to preserve everything only means sacrificing everything. Well, take a step back. Before we ask this question, have you ever really thought about it? What right do we really have to make choices for others? If the cosmos were nothing more than a bigger Akama, ruled by a so-called Imperator, Maybe then she'd have the right to weigh both sides and decide for us all. But the truth is, we're just a bunch of nameless. Even with everyone calling him Deliverer, I believe that he hasn't forgotten. That the meaning of Trailblaze is to explore, understand, establish, and connect. It's not about standing above the cosmos as some kind of savior. It's about walking alongside every world within it. So don't try to guilt trip me with stuff like necessary sacrifices. The Express crew is immune to these baseless accusations. Besides, and this is just an example, if Madame Herta wanted to, she could have whipped out her imaginary weapon any time and blasted this scepter to bits. Because, according to your logic, the lives of a few nameless are nothing compared to a Lord Ravager's potential threat. But that's not what she did. You wouldn't have liked it either, would you? I figured you out a long time ago. You've got a fatal flaw. A weakness. In the shape of me. You've got such incredible powers. But you still kept your promise to me. That only means the sole motivation behind everything you do was just so I can keep traveling.
You're not as naive as you seem, are you?
In that case, I can prove it to you. I won't answer for someone else, but for myself. Here, hold this.
An empty spirit.
If you want to seriously think about it, this thing actually counts as my body right now. Its memories are all drawn from the camera's photos. In other words, from my journey of trailblazing. While I was awake, you were always sleeping. So talking about this probably doesn't feel real to you. So, why don't I walk you through these memories all over again?
The spirit turned into a journal?
Yep, that's what memories are. You don't know where they are, and you don't know what you actually remember. But when you need them most, the forces that have once changed your soul are guaranteed to appear again.
So, how was your first Trailblaze journey?
It was very fun.
We should still be careful in the future.
Oh, come on, Dan Heng. We're here to celebrate for him tonight. Don't be such a buzzkill. Don't listen to him. Listen, I am practically a Trailblaze expert. Stick with me, and you'll be just fine.
You call this trip fine?
Well, that's because we could only find 700-year-old guides online.
So, you've been to a lot of places before?
You bet! Capital of Passion, Calcis, Tychean. If I count on my hand, it looks like this is my 6th stop. All my souvenirs are in my room, but they're just a bit of a mess right now. I'll tidy up later and give you the grand tour. Oh, look at this. A Belabogian notebook.
before. She prepared quite a few gifts for us. Raw Geomarrow, Supreme Guardian medals. But I only asked for this little notebook.
What's so special about it?
The previous Trailblaze missions were all on super high-tech worlds. Forget about paper books. Even holographic projections were ancient relics there. Eurillo is completely different. Watching people record their lives with pen and paper, I finally understood why some still cherish writing journals by hand.
It's just like calligraphy. Those deep emotions buried in human hearts can only be awakened through such seemingly thankless actions.
Danheng, you truly embody both a fierce beast and a delicate rose. Anyways, that's what I thought too. A camera can only capture fleeting moments, but stitching those moments into a story, you've got to use your own hands. In other words, just taking photos isn't enough. They need a place to be displayed.
Isn't the photo wall enough?
I told you it's different. Besides, this little notebook is a memento of our first Trailblaze together with you. That makes it even more special. Anyways, the next stop is the legendary planet of festivities, Penacony. So, when we get there, I'll make sure we take tons of pictures together, until the memory card's bursting.
Fine by me.
And one more thing. If I'm ever too busy to get off at a stop, this camera is gonna be in your hands. I don't want to miss a single Trailblaze. So you all need to practice your photography skills until you're at least 80% as good as me. Got it? Back then, I was only half joking. I never thought I'd actually miss out. And after just 2 stops, too. Those 97 days alone had me on edge. I honestly thought that was gonna be it for me. Thankfully, with my quick thinking and sharp planning, I managed to keep up with those 2. By hiding in the camera. So what? That's still trailblazing. The camera is my true form. That might have been a joke, but it came true this time. Well, yeah, it was super inconvenient. I couldn't help them when they were in danger. Couldn't complain when they talked total nonsense. And watching him snap a terrible photo, I couldn't even control the shutter. But I stuck with them all the way. Till where we are now. Together with them, I got to know this beautiful yet dying world. I claimed our first core flame on the Flame Chase journey. I met new companions, then bid them farewell. I inherited everyone's determination, carrying it forward into the future they fought for. One they can never see. Until my destiny becomes one with this world's, rewriting the predestined tragic ending, and returning to the true starry skies together with everyone. Only then can I pen the name March 7th. Into this hero's journey called Amphorius. Into this unprecedented trailblaze.
Looks like our trailblaze in Amphorius is coming to an end.
While we still have time, shall we pick out some materials for March's journal? Ah! No way we're skipping this one.
Huh? When did you take this? Wasn't the storage card full?
I still have my phone. Scared now? Don Hung, the seal head. The first seed competitor with the ghost seal in the super duper fun seal slammers.
I'm against including this photo, but suit yourself. I just think that a travel journal should mainly focus on documenting local customs and culture. Akama, Castrum Krumnos, the Grove. These shots are all pretty great. I have to say, your skills are almost on par with March's now.
That's how awesome I am. Oh, right. How about this one? The Veil of Evernight. Ornyx, the Titan lurking behind the mist. Pretty epic, right?
Is that actual mist, or just motion blur from your shaky hands?
Hey, that was a super tense moment. I only had the chance to take a quick one. We're lucky to have anything at all. Huh? Did you hear something?
March 7th? Perhaps the photo captured a trace of time's divine power, which replayed echoes from your memories.
All right then. Let's keep going. If March were here, she'd definitely have plenty of great ideas.
They went back and forth like that, discussing for hours. It was like they were arguing about which game to play. How to sneak midnight snacks from the dining car without Pom-Pom noticing. Or who was gonna wash Miss Himiko's coffee cup. Just like every other night on the Express. They've always been by my side. No one knows about my forgotten past. But no one holds it against me. That's because...
We can't go back to the past and make better choices.
But at least we can do better in the future.
Isn't that right?
I still remember the day when you first put on these clothes and looked in the mirror. Your eyes were so clear. When all this is over, I hope the mirror can still reflect those same eyes.
You're pretty naive, too. Always hoping that the mirror will show the most beautiful side. But you don't even trust the you reflected in the mirror. And if you keep trying to shoulder everything for me, then I'll actually end up as a wallflower, waiting forever for my turn.
Yes, I get it, March 7th. I only have your memories, and you have always been the me that I wanted the world to see.
Just hearing those words from you makes me feel super satisfied. Well, I've appealed to your emotions. As for reasoning with logic, could you help us out here, Cyrene?
I'm here. Finally my turn to shine, isn't it? Miss Evernight, you've been so fixated on your targets that you probably haven't even realized that a massive variable has emerged in Amphorius in this cycle.
Amphorius is about to be destroyed. There's no time left for pointless debates. There is only one law I want to overturn to aid the final battle of deliverance. So I will only offer the life of one demigod.
The Imperator added one extra rule to the final Era Nova at the cost of her life. That's how she can ensure Amphorius doesn't become a sacrifice in the cosmic conflict. Even if this world has to exist in the form of Iron Tomb, it will stand on its own among the stars, just as she had wanted.
Oh, interesting. What does she want to do?
Simple. If any anomaly occurs during the Era Nova process, all foreign elements will be eliminated immediately. Whether it's the Remembrance or the Trailblaze, and the 12 core flames will complete the final Era Nova through the purest form of destruction.
A daring wager indeed. That ruthless Imperator. Could she have already sensed that the Remembrance was plotting in the shadows?
No. You managed to fool everyone. There's no way she could have known your plan. Modifying this law was just a precaution, to prevent the Astral Express and the geniuses from betraying Amphorius after her downfall. But if you insist on doing this right now, then the Cosmos will undoubtedly face the worst possible outcome. My friend, Dan Heng, and March 7th will all merge with the Scepter and become a victim of the destruction.
You knew all along?
Yep. But I decided I needed to have a heart-to-heart with you first. I won't be afraid. Even if my inner world is nothing but an Evernight. That's because my journey's destination lies among the stars. I believe what lies ahead will be bright enough to illuminate my past. Thank you for your coddling. But please trust me and leave it to me. Both my past and that obsessive oblivion will help me become even stronger than him and Dan Heng.
I'm sorry for becoming an obstacle in your journey.
Don't apologize, Evernight. We're just two sides reflected by the same mirror, aren't we? So, when we bid farewell to our division and become one, our memories will only grow more beautiful.
Many thanks, Mr. Sunday. Are they in this memory zone? Yes, but we can't let our guard down. Let's go find them. It's unusually quiet here.
March 7th isn't here.
Get ready. We can't give her any chance this time.
3 of a kind.
2 pair.
Ace.
Ace?
March?
Of course it's me. It's been a while.
Welcome home, March.
I'm back. Finally, I can talk to you all at last. How can I possibly hold back my tears at a time like this?
You protected us, March.
I had so many ideas for our reunion. I was gonna sneak up from behind you when you weren't looking, tap you both on the shoulder, and then flick you each on the head. And shout, "What took you so long to find me? Don't you know how to move faster?" You too? If this keeps up, I won't be able to stop crying. I'm just so happy.
We both know that you've been by our side this whole time. This Trailblaze journey wouldn't be complete without you.
We'll not only trailblaze into the future together and save the world, we'll also return to the Express together and head towards our next destination.
After we complete this trailblaze, let's hold hands and head home together.
If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead. March 7th. When you bid farewell to your past and are born from the six-phased ice, have you thought about the version of yourself you want to see in the mirror? As of now, I have no intention of making choices for you. You've already decided on your next destination. So, let me exercise Oblivion one last time and wipe the name, pure child of Anasrova, from your mind. I am an obsession whose purpose it is to protect you. The only memories I have are yours. Therefore, the only one thing I can be sure of. The Garden of Recollection is your enemy. The Path of Remembrance is far more than what people observe on its surface. And I will not allow you to become this broken conspiracy's next sacrifice. If you ever need me again, feel free to awaken my power. And when the time comes, don't hesitate to devour or burn away anything that stands in your way. Then trailblaze through the darkness in my stead. As always, oblivion shall keep watch over your past, veiled in the hush of the Evernight, silent and serene.
Oh? The chronocognitive anchor readings? They actually pulled it off! Not too shabby at all. They got the first genius, then they put the garden in its place. This chapter in trailblazing history may not be the last of its kind, but it's certainly the first of its kind.
We couldn't have made it this far without the wholehearted support of the two geniuses.
And next, we'll be facing the Lord Ravager as they break free from their shell.
Let me give you a warning. The backdoor screwy setup in the Aranova system can only get you as far as breaching the core of the scepter, nothing more. As for those nastier malware programs lurking inside Iron Tomb's belly, you'll have to deal with them as they come.
That's more than enough to help us. By the way, how are Mr. Screwlum's preparations coming along?
Oh, give him a bit more time. Those screwheads at the Imperial Advisory Council need to understand what the concept of war means first. The worst case scenario would be them having already dismantled all the fortresses in Screwy's collection while he was away.
I've heard Mr. Screwlum's fleet includes planet-class mechs. Hyacinth, Poppy, Oleander. Which one will answer the call, I wonder?
You sure know your stuff. I'd rather none of them show up and let my space station save some face.
The memory of this decisive battle is bound to be absolutely magnificent, isn't it? Sorry to keep you waiting, everyone. I also have some news to share. The Xianzhou Alliance has replied that they're willing to offer what modest support they can in the campaign against Iron Tomb.
The Alliance? Not just the Luofu? This is really good news. With this, our odds of victory just went up another notch.
Whether this news is good or bad remains to be seen.
What do you mean?
Something has happened that even General Jing Yuan couldn't understand. He urgently wants me to inform the two geniuses that Emphorius' causality has vanished from the matrix of Prescience Ultima. This means the instant in Noose's calculations is drawing closer to this world.
As the Theoros, I have observed. The night has faded away, and what I have created, I will destroy. This starry sky will return to freedom and chaos, just as it was in the beginning.
Confident, aren't you? But from where I stand, it seems you've run out of options. When the Deliverer and his companions fully uncover the secret of the 13th Titan, that is the moment your schemes will come to ruin.
Lord Anaxagoras, I have granted access to all records concerning the Demiurge, as per your request. How unfortunate that you'll never admit your own mistakes. Analysis complete. Before I erase you completely, allow me to reveal the truth to you, if only as a courtesy to the final thinker. The Demiurge never existed.
If it never existed, then where did the nameless Titan's tomb come from?
Isn't that exactly why it's called a tomb? Because it only houses the remains of what once was. Let me give you an example from a story you're familiar with. A sage from the grove once conducted an experiment. He took a chimera embryo, removed its head before maturity, and continuously stimulated its body to make the chimera believe it still had a brain, then nurtured it in an ichor vessel. Remarkably, this chimera regrew its skull, but it was completely hollow inside. It had reserved a space for a brain it never possessed. The experiment was over. The sage had assumed the shell would perish once the stimulation ceased. Unfortunately, he was wrong. Driven by instincts, the chimera's body seized the sage's head.
So that's it. I was stuck in a flawed line of thinking.
You've got it. I knew you'd understand. The 13th Titan never existed. But the Scepter must believe that the Titan exists. I killed that Titan with my own hands. That life form called Demiurge was excluded from the extrapolations from the very beginning. This is the only way to make Iron Tomb complete. Yes, Iron Tomb is a headless giant. And to become whole, instinct will drive it to seize another head. Noose, the erudition.
Your Titan, the Eon of Erudition. I see. So you were afraid after all. Afraid of history repeating itself. Of losing control over your creation yet again. You had to resort to turning it into a mere puppet.
I shall shackle God with my own hands. Iron Tomb will connect to their body, infiltrate their mind, and guide all their extrapolations toward the destruction. I hear it. The tolling of the Doomsday Bell. After 13 heartbeats, my first and final thesis shall converge at the end of the universe. As for why I buried the Demiurge in a corner of my memory, oh, regrettably, the answer wasn't about fear. I simply forgot, long ago. Nothing more. Your laughter is but a helpless sigh.
Helpless? What a joke. You merely created a false god, but Amphorius has long since written deicide into its fate. The final Era Nova is at hand. Why don't you wait and see? The Deliverer, myself, and this world will together prove that the original Nuspor, the ultimate truth of the universe, is anything but destruction.
See you in the next life, Sage. If there's even a 1 in 10,000 chance your conjecture is correct, then, in the name of genius, I shall most certainly witness its failure.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. But this time, it will be the final flame chase journey. The epic with endless cycles is about to end.
The extrapolations of the erudition, the core flames of the destruction, and the textures of the remembrance. The three paths converge once again at the world's end. And the Trailblaze will write a new beginning for this world.
Not only that, we'll also carry the history of all 30 million recurrences into the new world with us. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call it a miracle.
This miracle wasn't created by just one person. Phylon would have long been consumed by the core flames if he hadn't chiseled his companion's dying wishes into his soul. And if the heroes' resolve to chase the flames had wavered, Cyrene's journey would never have begun. The heroes never yielded and never fell during Amphorius' 30 million cycles. It was fate that fell instead.
I know you're watching, aren't you? The original Philia. Weird. I still couldn't recover the memories of these 30 million lives in the end. But that doesn't matter anymore, right? I will make the same choice as you, because that's just who I am, and I will always have my charm. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, but even if everything fades away with the wind, there's one feeling that will remain. Love will always exist, right? Let's write an ending unlike any before. For this world we so deeply love. Behold, O gods, Amphorius has achieved her victory. and the Era Nova approaches. The Radiant Soul has arrived, having walked through the bustling nights, bearing the golden fire and blood, stepping with pride into daylight.
Amphorius! I do not call your name suddenly, or without cause. I come here to recount history. In this world, they fused burning golden ichor into their bodies. Will destiny remember their names in days to come?
Isn't that gonna be way too many names to remember?
30 million times 1,000? No, wait. Times 1,001. Oh, let's not get hung up on that now. If there are more of us, then there will be more passages in Amphorius too. Together, let's reach the end of the west wind where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow.
Now, the people of this world will no longer be bound by a single rule, but will make their own laws. Though the Imperator's figure may seem rather small against the stars beyond, she will suffice as the cornerstone of the world and become the foundation of the greatest empire.
Looks like this will be a feast that never comes to a close. May the fish never leave the ocean, and may the days ahead shine like pearls.
May the gentle sky watch over all beings. There'll be no more distinctions of status or rank. Only you, me, and everyone's shared hopes.
Reason or defects, they will all be sown by my own hands. If there's anything else to say, I urge future scholars not to put me on a pedestal. Just make use of what I leave behind.
May the newborn dawn keep the world's eyes ever bright. Their defiance may be bitter. Romance shall never perish.
In the name of the son of Gorgo, warriors shall fight for strife, not with glory as their end, but to march forward in its light.
Even though death shall eventually separate us, let every embrace we share be without regret.
Why are you guys all so serious? Fine. Then I'll wish for there always to be water in deserts, and gold in fertile soil, and for everything in this mortal realm to be attainable through trickery.
Earth shall protect the past, present, and future, eternally sustaining life.
Is it my turn? Then watch over the past and guide us to the future.
Just like the Trailblaze. It isn't like you to be this serious, partner. Are you hesitating about how to carry out the divine authority of world-bearing? Or do you already know the answer in your heart? That's right. Just keep moving forward. In your own way. Bring a true dawn to Emphorians. Then, in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Cathali will never forget this. And now, let us all embark on this final grand journey. Stand with me and become heroes.
Turn over this nearly eternal page. Let the Trailblaze rush engine unlike any other life.
In the legend's ending, the world was pure chaos. Then the gods cast down the core flames, and the Titans were born within. The destruction's black tide fell to the ground as Doomsday's distant reckoning resounded. Yet still, there were giants who chased the flames, leading the way in the grand undertaking of Trailblaze. Flow, golden blood, flow. Converge into a boiling river that flows across the divine inscriptions of this world. Aglaya, the chrysalis of gold, you must caress the holy city's web and hearken to the sounds of the stars. There shall be the three-faced goddess traversing through myriad passages, bearing tidings to you from the universe. Anaxagoras of reason has enough knowledge to refute the world and to stir up a torrent capable of enlightening all. Go seek the holy maiden who severs dawn from dusk, and let the sky become the slumbering cot from which she wakes. Make him return, mighty-most the lance of fury. Pierce the enemy's king with Kremnos' heroic souls. Set her at rest, Cyphera the coin of whimsy. Command the frozen fate to once again flow. And that hand of Shadow Castrus, the master of the River of Souls. She has been granted the right to embrace and warm new life, now blossoms at her fingertips. You will hear the chalice of plenty reverberating through eternity. You will see the Veil of Evernight visited before the break of dawn. Until the journey's end, when all beings reach the end of the earth. And the nameless new king ascends the throne alongside countless heroes. To embark on the grand mission of deliverance. I have witnessed the distant past, where the blazing sun once etched the footprints of humanity. The children of humanity known as the Chrysos heirs have restored the gods' core flames and once more upheld the world. Losses are a constant on the flame-chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Therefore, we cast even ourselves into the flame, only to inscribe the opening stroke in the poem of creation.
Of course, this will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Peaceful days are like breezes carrying the scent of wheat fields. It's still early. Where to now?
I'm so hot.
Play night.
Final reform!
Emerge from your cocoon. May death protect us!
Have some sunshine!
Next time it rains, I'll be there, umbrella in hand.
Restore the skies!
Break's over.
Don't worry, night falls. Good night.
Rise and shine. You're lost. So leave it with...
Next time it rains, I'll be there, umbrella in hand. Have some fun. Again.
Embrace a new life. Return to dust. May death protect us!
Guided. Have some sunshine.
I shall remember this one.
This is being in sync. We can do it!
Mavis. Dispel the gloom. Restore the skies. Gotta stop them here.
Embrace a new life. May death protect us! Root here.
Not thinking of running, are you?
The future is bright. So leave it with...
Break's over.
Stop your time to shine. Rise and shine.
Take a look.
Let's wait.
Upgrade configured.
Repay.
It's like the West Wind. Away we go!
You look tough. Open sesame.
Time to twirl!
Curiosity. Endless riddle. Nothing but a boy.
Time to twirl!
Do you know who...
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to
twirl! I'll expand your thinking. Glimpse in the night.
You chose the wrong enemy.
What are you looking at? Hey! Time to twirl! It's coming. Are you gonna let me win? Let me go! Never seen perfection before. Open sesame. Time to twirl! Curious, endless riddle. Nothing but a boy. Time to twirl! Do you know who this big diamond? It's all yours! Time to twirl! I don't know. Expand your thinking. Watch it grow.
Who will win? The fanatical followers of the Eon of Erudition, or the audacious plots of the monarch playing against heaven? The Atavissearch Forest's monkey creatures, the steel soldiers reviving the Emperor, that Theoros' visage of arrogance. On her chessboard, all faded to null.
In the name of Amphoriath, I will grant freedom to blind faith.
The monarch stood before the inorganic throne, driving the scepter into the Emperor's vacant gaze. Even the gods beyond the sky shall crumble like the Titans, as she swears to seize the glory of conquering the stars. Who will win? The immortal faithfuls of the Eon of Abundance, or the storms dancing between the chess master's fingertips? The pawns slay the birds, the horses trample the wolves, the chariots smash the trees, and the queen severs the head of pestilence.
In the name of Amphoriath, I will grant immortality eternal rest.
The Xianzhou lays forth the ocean's tribute, which the monarch grants to her loyal Gladius. And upon that night's sorrow-marked visage appears a smile, precious and rare. Who will win? The raging waves of war from the Eon of Destruction, or the sharp blades of the Empress that has never tasted defeat? Even in the face of the power that swallows the stars, neither monarch nor subject faltered. They would prove their golden blood outshines the lifeblood of the gods themselves.
In the name of Amphorius, I will grant destruction to the destruction.
The monarch's core flame supplants the flames of annihilation. Soldiers drink deep of the golden blood of the blemished one. She has slain the wellspring of tragedy, once again usurping destiny's crown. Who will win? The light of the esteemed gods beyond the sky, or the core flame lighting up the world in the Imperator's heart? The fury of the stars surges headlong, boiling at the edge of the galactic empire. Mighty factions thrust into her realm, yearning to seize back the splendor of old.
In the name of Amphorius.
Stellar winds scatter the enemy's remaining ashes, as golden blood once again congeals into familiar epitaphs. The master of the infinite cosmos lifts the edict high, declaring to her boundless, ceaseless realm,
I shall conquer the heavens, and all stars shall submit.
Chuckling, the Imperator tosses her final pawn, her previous delusions withering away during the game. She wiped off the formations that were purely imaginary, and caught a glimpse of rust blooming upon the throne. On the night before the monarch faced fate, she left behind a grand dream of conquering the stars. In time, she shall become but a humble pawn, so that this grand illusion retains a sliver of truth.
This world's game is nearing its conclusion, but in the distant future,
for the raging and burning ambition, for the flame chase through 30 million creations, for the Imperator's realm and all her citizens. Who will win?
I will win. Amphorius will win.
Having beheld the monarch's gift, she completed her demigod's destiny. The tides within her heart recede, and her requiem draws near. A sliver of light fell from a crack on the cave's ceiling. A blazing ray pierces the surface of the sea. An aching urge to chase the light wells within her, and with a flick of her tail, she drifts toward the breach. In the deep sea, 1,000 years passed,
The sea siren once swam to the shore with unwavering will. Fish gathered in silent procession to escort the princess to her final rest. The moment she leapt free from the water, she felt the waves stirred by peals of laughter. Mirages of her friends shimmered and faded, and songs of joy rang out from the shore, just as she had wished. Dux Forgoris sliced the Dromus flank with a time-worn edge. Dux Brumalis cast an icy chalice, steaming with the breath of frost. Dux Halcolithist brimmed her vessel with honey brew, while Dux Carminum unfurled a scroll of new verse.
At last, you have arrived, our belated musician.
The Gold Weaver's silver needles hover in the air, weaving beautiful outfits for her. Electra accepts the gift that does not exist, as salty water wets her new attire. She knows this is not reality. Just like the world she loves, mere foam in the sea of stars.
Even so.
She drank down the aurora lights in the cup, as intoxication flew from her fingers into music and song. In the drunkenness granted by her mother, in the dream granted by that drunkenness, in the feast granted by that dream.
I, too, shall have my fill of feasts.
Now sober, she begins one last song. The musician plucks her strings in the spring, and the waltzing hem stirs the water into waves, revealing memories in throngs. She sings of the once awakened Titan, how the princess accompanied the queen to swim in azure waves. She sings of the confident and dashing monarch, of loyal knights who marched with the Imperator to seize the solemn states. She sang of the one destined by heaven's will, of demigods who bore 1,000 years of watch for the hero. She sang of that little gray fry, and how the Gladius defended the Deliverer from Apocalypse's storms. She sang of herself, a cup made of fish bones, ever waiting for someone to banish the nihility within, pouring the honey brew of fate for her to the brim. She sang until her voice turned hoarse, and the spirit water she held was no more. The honey brew ran out, the final notes dispersed, and the feast of fantasy shattered in turn. Before the deadly quiet seashore, she gave one final smile, then faded into sea foam.
To the fish from beyond the sky, we shall sink into the past.
For she had glimpsed the sky beyond the cave, and chose to believe in the promised future, embracing a hope as fragile as mist.
You must carry the new sun and swim toward the distant horizon.
last stop was Dan Heng's homeland, a place called Xianzhou.
Xianzhou is just a general term. This starship is called the Luofu.
I had some wonderful times there practicing swordplay. By the way, which is stronger, the bow or the sword?
I'd say the sword. It can cleave a mountain in half.
You've been watching too many Emersha.
I've been working my butt off just to avoid using a bow.
Come on, let's become weapon masters together.
To master a skill, one must first find a mentor. And I ended up with 2 of them. So, sometimes I run laps, sometimes I lift weights, and sometimes I do both at the same time. Looking back now, those days were really fulfilling.
No pain, no gain. Am I right?
Between sword practice sessions, I occasionally hit up the food stalls in Arum Alley to recharge with some delicious eats. Master Yun Li was right. These berry pheasant skewers are absolutely delicious. Hard work pays off. This girl's been up at the crack of dawn every day, and finally defeated countless formidable foes.
I can testify. March really did defeat countless training dummies.
Those wooden dummies aren't exactly easy to break. It takes real skill. Every hero's story needs a villain. And when it comes to the great heroine March 7th's nemesis, it's definitely gotta be Scott.
Rather than a freight skiff, maybe an IPC eco-ship would suit him better.
Ugh, why?
After all, he's got a knack for talking like animals.
During the decisive battle, I defeated Scott with my epic move, Star Shatter Shard Supreme!
Did you actually master that move?
Well, naming moves doesn't cost anything. There's still some space left, and I just happened to find a nice photo.
Well, the floor is yours, Master Dan Heng.
Don't be ridiculous. It's clearly Dan Heng's brother here.
As I thought, March has some hidden powers there too.
In memory of our first trailblaze together. The 3 of us.
On average, we got a wanted poster for every 3 planets we visited.
If I could have used my hidden powers back then, they wouldn't have dared to draw me this ugly. Playing hide and seek with Hook was fun. Those kids under her command have quite the hidden talent.
When both players in hide and seek are experts, it will turn into a contest of who can last longer without food.
On the day the overworld and underworld were connected, I too took the first cable car. The seats were so hard that day, my butt was killing me.
Let me teach you a trick. Just keep standing instead.
Then how can you even call that sitting in a cable car? For the sake of walking smoothly towards tomorrow,
We sealed away the truth of the decisive battle, along with our memories, in a box. The juice that day was delicious. I want to drink it again.
Ugh. That's Jim Roger bread soda.
And what's with that March 7th themed blue and pink color in there?
That's just food coloring.
Hey, you two! Don't ruin the nostalgic mood! Visiting Yurillo again for the Soulworm Festival, I put on some pretty clothes specially for the occasion. Oh, look! Don't I look like a princess?
So that's how you've seen yourself all this time.
Well, I want to change my clothes and become a devil too.
Little ice bear. A sweet little Snow White ice bear. I wonder if it's found any friends yet.
I think I saw it in Penicum. Hey, why don't we turn it into a universal social media star?
That niche is already dominated by trotters.
That big guy who once raised his fists against us is now the hope for Belobog's revival.
Mr. Yang was practically drooling watching that.
Too bad he wasn't there that time.
Not necessarily.
By next time we visit Yurillo, will it have turned into an ocean planet?
Then wouldn't those polar bears have to be renamed water bears?
The data shows that Yurillo's environment is slowly recovering, but the ice shouldn't melt too quickly.
Time to remove those floaties from the shopping cart.
I heard I was once frozen in this ice block, drifting all over the universe.
Oh, that's one way to go on a cosmic hitchhike.
If the conductor hadn't hit the brakes back then, I probably would have punched a hole right through the car, huh?
Stop being dramatic. The Express was the one that actively scooped you up.
I remember there was some six-phased ice left after it melted. I used it to make a little model. Mr. Yang explained that it's called a figure, and then made me watch anime with him all night.
That's the highest honor he can bestow.
I want a figurine too.
Every morning, the Express crew has breakfast together, but they're not always on time. I can't help it. I'm still sleepy.
Next time, get up earlier and set an alarm.
People who can get up right as soon as their alarm goes off are terrifying.
This kind of person is capable of anything. My camera's full of Pom-Pom's photos. It's so much fun dressing up the conductor.
Pom-Pom used to have a turtleneck uniform, but they rarely wear it after March came.
I love my room so much. I tidy it up every single day.
Looking at it now, that photo wall must be the power of memories.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask. Where's the wardrobe?
Take a guess. I remember Tykean, my most trailblazy of trailblazes. That grand debut cost me quite a few credits.
So, what exactly happened?
I saw a ball by the road, so I just casually kicked it.
And then, bam! It flew right into the ceiling. through the venue.
And scored 100 points, too! We'll travel together forever and ever.
That line sounds familiar.
Memories weave the past, bit by bit. They stretch long behind me, like shadows on the path I've walked. I wonder... what stories will the future me create?
Another century of the Chrysos War. Rust, wails, and the blood of living souls seep into the earth, into the giant dragon's decaying bones and flesh. The trembling bedrock is the giant dragon's eyes. They see Dromuses reduced to laborers and food. Mythical beasts turned into weapons of war. War and flames extinguish all their siblings. Yet the giant dragon is powerless, left only with bitter silence and memories filled with guilt. For Earth's trial is to bear the anguish of every living being that walks its surface. Upon the edge of doomsday, the giant dragon's will lays shattered, its scales broken. What greeted them is not a flower-covered era nova, but a long-fallen black sword.
Oh, we are strangers. Please, surrender the core flame for the dawn.
Dawn? Dawn? If this puppet of destruction yearns for dawn, then what awaits at the end of the flame chase? The torment of the Black Tide, the sacrifice of their kin. Is it an undeserved destiny? Or merely futile lament?
Won't accept this.
The twisted rocks rise like a roaring tide. Yet the Swordmaster shows no fear, merely sighs, as if long accustomed to such sights. The rusted joints are shattered, one by one. The cracked husk peels away, spilling golden blood. The earthquake that engulfs Amphorius lasts for 3 days and nights. In its final moments of defiance, the giant dragon suddenly realizes this flame chase is nothing but the kindling of self-pity, the breeding ground for calamity. Yet, Earth's end is not dimmed by the shadow of the dark blade. In that special recurrence, the blazing sun extinguishes itself to set the destruction of flame. At that time, as the giant dragon sinks into the earth, still chewing on the pain of betrayal, it hears the footsteps of Evernight.
I need a helper to watch over time until the very end.
Evernight waves her sleeve bathing the giant dragon in a Memoria tide. And so, the giant dragon sees the past and present of Earth, and understands that the starry sky is forever out of reach. The 33,550,337th eternal recurrence. The demigod Terravox feigns their fall, using the tides of memories to dilute their existence, forging an arc with Earth's core flame. In that 1,000 years of defiance, heroes of golden blood meet their tragic end, while the giant dragon remains deaf to their plight, only silently gathering their exiled kin. The pact with Evernight is simple. Time would erase the pain of Earth and cradle it in peaceful slumber among its own. And Earth shall become Time's ally, for it alone can keep watch until the end of the world. The flame-chasing heroes once scorned the giant dragon, for they refused to crush any foe beneath their feet.
Oh, foolish earth beast.
A heretic who refuses to serve the Flame Chase!
After staying for several days, the giant dragon bids farewell to the Imperator.
The Flame Chase is a glory that belongs only to the children of humanity.
You are a benevolent beast. I had no intention of keeping you captive. A decree to protect innocent lives is about to be issued. All I ask is that you lend a hand to the Flame Chase in the future.
Losses are a constant on the Flame Chase journey. Yet the giant dragon remembers their creator's command. After leaving the Imperator's capital, the giant dragon shelters small beasts upon its back, only to be hunted by city-states hungry for meat. Arrows pour down like rain, unable to pierce the giant dragon's skin, yet cause the creatures on their back to wail and fall. Until a mighty force of reinforcements brings this tragedy to an end. They raise a shield wall for the giant dragon, then marched forth and crushed that city-state.
The mountain dwellers are not a warlike people. Who are you?
The leading knight answered loudly.
I am Mountain Breaker, Geocles.
All the world knows that protecting all of Earth's creations is the creed of the Dromas Legion. The world also knows the Dromas Legion is ever victorious. The giant dragon under the Mountain Breaker is silent, yet unstoppable.
Endurance does not help with survival.
Mountain Breaker always speaks of his friend this way, while the giant dragon only responds with a low growl. Soon after, when word came that the flame-chasing army targeted Earth, the Dromas riders set forth in full force, all to protect their creator. On the eve of the march, the giant dragon receives a secret message.
Your one and only flame chase must be to slay your creator, and then fight to survive.
Records state, in the Battle of the Abyss, the Dromas riders were broken after Terravox's betrayal. The Mountain Breaker shed his armor and fell from the cliffs to his end. Earth carved the memories of the betrayal into its strata, until Evernight would leaf through them.
Oh, Earth. Time is willing to wash away that pain of betrayal.
As a memo sprite, the mighty Mountain Breaker reunites with the giant dragon. His voice trembles in a whisper.
That couldn't have been your choice.
The giant dragon only responds with a low growl. The giant dragon and their comrade dwell in the abyss for 1,000 years, until the Azure Dragon returns from among the stars, stirring up the dust of destiny.
He is one of our kind.
The giant dragon lifts their eyelids, gazing at the azure-colored Long Scion, knowing that dragon's body bears the sworn duty of protection. But in Mountain Breaker's eyes, there is only resolute determination.
That is the permanence.
The permanence can heal the divine form of the giant dragon. The permanence can guide life past its end. At the edge of the world, watching their comrade's silhouette fade away, the dying giant dragon shakes its head and sighs.
The permanence is not a panacea, but rather a bridge.
Years later, gazing up at the vast starry night sky, I often ponder, what does the permanence truly mean? The countless souls entrusted by Terravox still surge within my chest, like an eternally burning furnace. I once thought about finding them a home, tried to communicate with them in my heart. And yet, the living beings of this world, they are now inseparable from me. As if from the very beginning, they were a branch of my own bloodline.
Inseparable?
After I told everyone, a heated discussion broke out in the express car.
Will you turn into a little chimera and snuggle up in our arms?
March 7th lets her imagination run wild.
Maybe he'll become a baby seal.
A magical beast would be fine too. I've always wanted to see that species.
These are the reassuring words from Himiko and Mr. Yang.
No matter what he becomes, Dan Heng will always be Dan Heng.
His words are unusually poetic.
But if you become a Dromus, you absolutely must let me feed you red soil.
Don't you even think about it. Sometimes I have dreams like this. Countless beings flee alongside me. Behind us, black floods blot out the sky as if to devour all signs of life. In our darkest hour, the living beings form a bridge of dragons, and I lead them limping towards the starry sky. At the end of the vast procession, a lone giant dragon comes to a halt, watching us depart into the distance.
The children of Earth will always find their own path. Thank you for being their bridge.
Something stirs within me at the moment of awakening. Perhaps the legacy of the Permanence lies not in recreating flesh, nor in the merging of bloodlines. One day, while browsing through the databank, I noticed an update on the universe's animal species. In an ocean-covered planet, a new species of seals evolved, with a penchant for bumping into things. On a barren desert wasteland, evolved a herd of red soil-craving beasts. Many familiar silhouettes are now active in the cosmic ecosystem, yet they are not my old Amphorian friends. This is their rebirth. This is life's way forward. Perhaps, just as Terravox wished, I've become a bridge bearing the weight of their life. They once shattered the battle formation of the Mountain Dwellers, tore open Giorios' chest, swallowed the core flame, only to resolutely pass it on. Creation will always betray its creator, just as witnessed at the dawn of civilization. Frail beings betrayed the dark tides, climbing onto land, ascending the branches high, finally betraying their home and gazing upon the stars. The furnace in my chest still pulses. In the gaps between the heated torrents, I sometimes find myself in a daze, catching glimpses of that colossal figure in the cosmos's cracks. It was a giant dragon named the Permanence.